This is the February, actually 2017 mock exam for grade 8. Use this image to answer question 1. Which statement describes a possible sequence of transformations that shows that triangle XYZ is congruent to ABC? A rotation 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin followed by a translation 4 units down. B, a reflection across the x-axis followed by a translation 6 units down and 6 units to the left. C, a reflection across the x-axis followed by a translation 9 units up and 6 units to the left. D, a rotation 180 degrees counterclockwise about the origin, followed by a translation 4 units up and 2 units to the right. Question 2. The steps Jennifer used to solve an equation are shown below. Which statement explains the error in Jennifer's solution? A, step 2 is incorrect because she subtracted 3x from 7x instead of multiplying. B, step 4 is incorrect because she divided -16 by 4 instead of multiplying. C, step 3 is incorrect because 4x should be equal to -12 instead of -16. D, step 2 is incorrect because -14 should be +14 instead. Question 3. The equation shows the relationship between A, Anna's age, and B, Belinda's age. B equals 2A plus 3. Which statement is true? A, Anna is twice as old as Belinda. B, Belinda is 3 years younger than Anna. C, Anna's age is 3 years more than Belinda's age plus 2. D, Belinda's age is 3 years more than twice Anna's age. Question 4. Bert's cab company charges $1 plus an additional $3 per mile for a ride. Madeline's cab company charges $3 plus $2 per mile for a ride. Write a system of linear equations that shows the cost in dollars y for a cab ride of X miles for each driver. A linear equation for Bert's cab company, a linear equation for Madeline's cab company. At what distance in miles will the cost be the same for both companies? Show your work. Answer, how many miles? Which cab driver's charge will be less for a ride that is 10 miles in distance? Answer, use words and numbers to explain how you determined your answer. Question 5. A student wants to determine the solution to the system of linear equations shown. Negative 2x plus y equals 3. X plus 3y equals 12. Which first step would allow the student to eliminate the x terms? A. Multiply x plus 3y equals 12 by 2. B. Multiply negative 2x plus y equals 3 by 3. C. Multiply x plus 3y equals 12 by negative 2. D. Multiply negative 2x plus y equals 3 by negative 3. Which step would someone do first? Question 6. A triangle ABC with measure A equal to 40 degrees, measure of angle B is equal to 60 degrees, measure of angle C is equal to 80 degrees, is reflected across the y-axis to obtain the triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. What is the measure in degrees of angle B prime? Question 7. Figure A is congruent to figure B. Which statement best describes the translation of figure A to figure B? A. 8 units down, 5 units left. B. 8 units down and 9 units left. C. 8 units up and 5 units right. D. 8 units up and 9 units right. Question 8. Describe a sequence of transformations that can be used to show that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ. Answer on a separate sheet. How can you prove that the two triangles are congruent? Question 9. A two-step transformation is shown. Which single transformation could produce the same result? A. A translation across the y-axis. B. A reflection across the x-axis. C. A slide 3 units down and 3 units left. D. A 180-degree rotation about the origin. Question 10. Quadrilateral ABCD shown in the coordinate plane below is dilated with the center at the origin to form quadrilateral EFGH. What is the scale factor of the dilation? 1/4, 1/3, 3, or 4? Question 11. Mrs. Matthews drew a hexagon with a perimeter of 60 centimeters on a sheet of paper. She used the photocopier in her office to make copies of the drawing. The length of each side of the hexagons on the photocopies are 1 1/2 times the length of each side of the hexagon of the drawing. What is the perimeter in centimeters of each hexagon on the photocopies? What is the length of each side of the hexagon in the dilated figure? A, 40 centimeters, B, 69 centimeters, C, 90 centimeters, D, 150 centimeters. Question 12. Two quadrilaterals are shown in the coordinate plane below. Quadrilateral ABCD was dilated with a scale factor of 2 with the center at the origin, and then rotated 180 degrees about the origin to get quadrilateral in the quadrant 4. Label the image quadrilateral in quadrant 4 using W, X, Y, and Z. Write a sentence that describes the relationship between the two quadrilaterals using the word congruent or the word similar. Answer on a separate sheet if you are out of space. Question 13. Figure 2 is a transformation of Figure 1. What description shows the sequence of transformations? A clockwise rotation around the origin of 90 degrees, followed by a dilation with a scale factor of 1/2. A clockwise rotation around the origin of 90 degrees, followed by a dilation with a scale factor of 2. C. Reflection over the x-axis, followed by a dilation with a scale factor of 1/2. D. Reflection over the y-axis, followed by a dilation with a scale factor of 2. Question 14. Mrs. Jones saw the double line graph shown below in a car shopping magazine. Car A and car B cost the same amount when they are new. Explain the difference between the graph for car A and the graph for car B, what it means in terms of the age in years and the value in dollars. Question 15. At a cake factory, cakes are packaged in boxes at a constant rate. The table below shows the number of cakes packaged for different numbers of minutes. How many cakes are packaged in 60 minutes? A, 6,000, B, 1,500, C, 1,200, D, 500. And finally, question 16. A music downloading website has 505,645 people visit its website in the year 2011, which was 65,691 more than the previous year. Part A. Express the two numbers above in scientific notation. Part B. Use the numbers written in scientific notation from Part A to find how many people visited the website in 2010. Show your work. Use words, numbers and/or pictures to show your work. This is the end of the February mock exam.